Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Relax, it's not official yet. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's Wednesday the 4th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios here in Los Angeles.
On the show today, the art of seduction. We found a vintage 80s video that tells you how to get your groove on. It's hilarious, it's ridiculous, it's rather nuts. Yes. And the AOTS fax machine is back! Our show-long acceptance of your creative faxes will begin in just a moment. Grab a pen and get ready to take down our digits. And please, please listen to this. Everybody listening? No penises, please.
Aww.
Please.
Cancel that. Thank you. Plus, in the loop, we'll look at the future of sex. From AI girlfriends to the 1,000-mile-high sex clubs in space, we're going to talk about what's on the horizon for your sex life or lack thereof. And later in Gadgetron, Chris Hardwick joins us, and he's bringing a new Sony CyberShot point-and-shoot camera with a built-in browser and Wi-Fi. But before we get going, let's go ahead and reintroduce an old friend of the old attack of the show, of the fax machine.
Yes.
Look at him.
Look at him. This nearly obsolete piece of communications technology is back, and it's brought a buddy.
No,
so
what's
this
going
time,
on over there?
you get to get twice the faxes.
Aw.
Yeah, sometimes we get so many that it would just start stopping
It would bog up. So now we've
No,
got
look at us
two
ready.
for you guys to completely abuse. The deal is that during our live show, if you fax us something that's not indecent, we will show it on air. If it's indecent, Olivia will take it to her dressing room. It's that simple. If you were born on an odd date, send your fax to 323-692-4481. If you were born on an even date, then send it to 323-692-4488. Please, please play by the rules. We know, and we're watching.
And if you don't have access to an actual fax machine, because who does?
Because you live in the now.
Go to g4tu.com/fax for some free online faxing services. Now, everybody start faxing while we look at the best of the web.
That's right, we're going around the net. Giant
Snow.
ball. To disappoint you guys out there, but not on the show today. Giant balls to face joke. Not gonna happen. Sorry. Sorry.
I'd like to add to that, or being knocked to the ground by your friend's big balls. Not gonna happen.
Seriously. Hey, listen, Brian, just because you lost at WoW Minis again doesn't give you any right to do that to anybody in the room. You ruined another Tuesday.
You need new friends. Now, America recently fell in love with Paul Blart. I love Paul Blart at the box office. But it's a really fun movie. They don't take themselves seriously. It's really fun. You should go see it.
Okay.
But I gotta tell you, unfortunately, that love affair is sure to end in this new mashup. Paul Blart, Nazi.
Yeah. Give it a second. Give it a second. Let it marinate. Comedy group Old English attempts to make a film with everything by combining the box office muscle of Paul Blart, if you will, with the critical raves of Holocaust-era drama The Reader. So enjoy the trailer for the film that isn't and never will be.
When I was young, I had an affair. The affair only lasted a summer.
I can't live without you. Even the thought of it kills me. Do you love me?
I'm going to take these cases one by one.
Paul Blart.
You joined the SS in 1943.
Safety never takes a holiday.
You were picking women out and saying you and you and you have to be sent back to be killed.
No, no.
You know, Germany was plenty of trouble before she had segways. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. We would have either lost the war or had to make lots of stairs.
Yeah.
By the way, that has nothing to do with the real Paul Blart. In the real movie Paul Blart, Mall Cop, he is really passionate about his job, and then like this other guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, I don't care about your job," and then he starts to like ride the Segway.
Oh,
he like
that's
really
cool.
cares about it. And then once he gets into a fight with this girl at Victoria's Secret, it was really funny.
That's
and
good.
at the end, everybody wins.
So today's number 3 item comes. Don't encourage. Don't encourage. Today's number 3 item comes to us from the city of Santa Cruz, California.
Now, the surfer hippie enclave where people move when San Francisco gets too normal for them, predictably has vocal and outspoken citizens.
Yes, and they also apparently have frequent town meetings where the public gathers to complain to their local government.
Now, thankfully, the local TV show So What TV exists. W-A-T-T. So what? Ooh, listen to that coming through.
The facts.
All right, So What TV exists to distill these meetings down to 3-minute chunks of pretty strange.
Oh my.
Now, here's a recent meeting about an effort to revitalize the Santa Cruz downtown.
I don't even know what that is.
My name is Corey Chase Lloyd. I'm homeless. I'd like you to tell the police to give me a job.
I don't want a fancy woman's dress. There's two places where you can buy sex toys exclusively.
How are you going to stop the dike?
And I think it's time to drain the swamp, basically.
Thousands of college students and working class folks whipping it out in every alleyway.
I have never urinated in public.
Everybody pees.
Santa Cruz is neat.
Crappy street musicians.
Everybody pees.
What are you going to do?
Crappy street musicians.
I was on Craigslist the other night.
Whipping it out.
Never urinated in public.
Drain the swamp.
Urinated in public.
Drain the swamp.
Everybody pees.
Michael Phelps? Why can't we show that fax, Brian? Tweelinger.
Ooh, on the spot executive decision.
He took it from my hand. I thought he was going to display it, but no, you just took
I
it.
don't know what's going on here, but I like it. I don't know if it's somebody's fan fiction, but apparently someone's going for a little grabby grab right there. And it's like, Ish, don't think so.
Wow,
It was like a 3-page
this is really
fax. You
great
gotta figure out
art.
what that
Really
was.
great art. Okay,
Yeah.
we're moving on to today's number 2 item. We're going to get to faxes in a second. Don't rush it, Pereira.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right,
I love you too, Angela.
Aww.
Rushed. I love you, Angela.
All right, today's number 2 item makes me...
Oh, wait, no, that's from David C. Well, sorry, David C. I just hit on your girlfriend, I think. But I'm not taking it back. I got a TV show. So, Angela, I know David loves you very much, but he has access to a fax machine and a Sharpie. That's not a big deal. I'm talking to you through the magic of the tubes. So, you find me on the Facebook and we'll chat. I'm sorry, Princess. I didn't mean to interrupt any reads. Let's do this.
All right. Today's number 2 item makes me very thankful for In Your Pants.
What am I doing? Back in the late 80s, if you wanted sex or relationship advice, your only options were consulting bathroom stall graffiti or going to a strange place known as a library.
Keep Brian away from me.
Oh.
My faxes. Yes, that, or you could try to get your hands on a VHS copy of 1987's The Video Guide to Successful Seduction.
Oh.
Yes, it's permed ladies and awkward gentlemen. They will make you feel like a sex god in comparison.
And then their stories of seduction will actually creep you out.
What if that special someone was waiting for you right now and be surprised with a bath prepared especially for you?
She insisted that we take a jacuzzi the first night. And she said now or never. And I'm glad I took the jacuzzi because she's a great person.
Detroit, you need $1, a 12-pack of beer, a gram of Coke, and a whip.
Seduction doesn't always have to happen in the bedroom. It can happen anywhere. Your car, the woods, or even in a public place.
But how did that lady get seduced in a restaurant? I don't get that. I still don't. Under the table? Well, I hope he washed his hands before he ate.
I'd like to say, I got a fax. It's pretty great. Attention, Olivia Munn. Kevin is planning to startle you by popping a balloon behind you. Expect this just after the segment with the camera, with the touchscreen. Further instructions will follow. Future Olivia.
Still ahead, today's number 1 will teach us that not all the animals at the zoo are as cuddly as you think. Get ready for some interspecies vomit. The buckets are off after this. This is a guy's home video from a trip to a zoo. Nothing fancy.
Now, usually we go to the zoo to learn about animals and lord our enormous brains over them. Hey, you think you're so smart, don't you, dolphin? Who's trapped in a pool, huh? I'm not. You are.
Yeah, they do tricks for whistles.
I don't like the way they look at me.
Stupid animals. But one of the things we can learn about the animals on display is that while some of them are cute,
Yes.
you know, and some of them are fascinating, others are just jerks.
Yoo-hoo. Hey. Couldn't even tell you. I'm thinking maybe a penguin. Yoo. Hey, you. I don't think you should be doing this. Hey. Hey, you get back.
Llamas always promise they're not going to get in your eye. And there it
See?
goes.
That proves zoos work. Now that guy will never forget that llamas spit.
No, probably
Step
not.
Step right up, ladies and germs.
What's that?
Step right up.
Step right. What?
Step right up and try your mouth at the world famous Hayes Shop.
Oh, Hayes Shop.
Yeah, that's right. Here we have two lovely and talented individuals ready to attempt a feat of daring do. Do your best. Hi.
I do dare.
Very good. Very good, sir. Do your best llama impersonation and win yourself a fancy schmancy prize.
Oh, look at these prizes. Look at these animals.
So, how does this work?
Yes, please tell.
Well, little lady, all you have to do is fill your mouth with a big wad of gum and try to spit it into the mouth of Mr. Rutherford B. Hayes, our 19th president, and the only president whose election was decided by a congressional commission.
Okay.
That's right.
It's a bit strange. I'll give it a go, though. I want to win Olivia, the little squirrel back there.
Okay.
No, wait,
I want to win a squirrel.
Okay.
I want to win a squirrel.
I'm gonna win that bear for you, huh?
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right.
Let's get to it. Hayes was the first president to use federal troops to fire on civilian strikers, so let's not make him wait.
Okay. You want to go?
He's waiting for his gum. Suck it to the hero of Paraguay.
Give him some gum.
That's it. Chew it well, concentrate.
Oh.
Very nice, very nice.
All right.
Don't get distracted by my mustache.
All
right. You can do it. Nice work. Nice work. Very nice, sir. Now the little lady, another shot. You can do it. Eye of the tiger.
Come on now.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. And right in the beard.
That's a sand
Nice
trap.
shot. Here we go. A lot of height on that. A little bit too far. Getting closer, I think.
All right.
She's got the mark. Can she do it? Let's do it. Work together. See
My
it in
name's
your
easier
mind's
to say.
eye.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stop that. Oh.
No, that's it. The guy said it's it.
That is it. You have to stop.
All right, go ahead.
All right. You can do it. Nice try, little lady, but we do have a winner, and it looks like you win this, sir. Congratulations. That's right. And thank you for playing Hayes Shot.
Thank you for letting us play Hayes Shot. That was fun.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Nice work.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/around the net. That's for you, my lady. That's for you. Don't fist him.
No, look.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, you guys, don't forget to catch tonight's midnight show
No, you're
featuring
fine.
ATN After Hours with an exclusive sexy video. Tonight, we're looking at a model by the name of Katie. She resides in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, and you can get your sit on tonight with her after hours. Peaches, squeeze those peaches.
Time to check in with Mr. Adam Sessler to get today's top gaming news.
Thanks, guys. Coming up, we've got an exclusive hands-on demo of Watchmen: The End Is Nigh. Now, this is the first time the downloadable prequel is being shown to the world. The world. You don't want to miss this. And next, Rockstar Games has confirmed that they're working on a sequel to their 2004 Western shooter, Red Dead Revolver, titled Red Dead Redemption. And this follow-up is an open-world game and is going to come to the 360 and PS3 later this year. Cross your fingers. And finally, during an investors conference call, Electronic Arts' CEO John Riccitiello dropped some major bombs. Mass Effect 2 was set to launch in early 2010 and will be a multi-platform release. But on the downside, BioWare's Dragon Age Origins has been delayed to the fall, and The Sims 3, that's been pushed to June. Now we've got the latest EA news and more at 8. So back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, let's check in with the fax machine. Just came in. Love you, Olivia. Please dance for us, the Olivia. I don't. When that's from. What's the Olivia? I'm guessing
Show him the
it's
Olivia. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's it.
We have a pie freedom with some shackles. When will pie be free?
When will it?
When will it be free? Cool alien guy, real quick.
That's cute.
And then go ahead.
Wait, I have this one. Look at this picture. Look how accurate it is. It's a fan drew this picture. Yeah, look how good that is. It's from My Kind of Stupid 09.
Oh, it's
Unless he's
also,
calling me
I'm sure it's from a penitentiary, too. That's really sweet.
They can learn so much in jail.
Lots of times. This one I love. This is a rendition of the Great Pie stunt here. As you can see, there's also little nods to segments. There's Stick Cam and a little Women of the Web, and they totally got in a 12-pack, which is awesome. They totally got it all in there. So, well done.
And Mr. Happy Skullface gives AOTS a greeting. There it is. Yay!
Well, hi, Mr. Happy Skullface. Thanks for that.
All right.
So keep sending your faxes. There's still time. Go to g4tv.com/fax for details. Right now, though, it's time for the only news that you need to know. So here's Allison Hayslip and
the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. All right, here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Google has a new service that will tell you exactly where your friends are at all times. Plus, a mega merger in the music world might make buying concert tickets for your favorite bands even more painful than it already is. And we'll tell you what unusual weapon from the world of Star Trek was used in 2 robberies this morning. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
Still ahead, we'll take a look into the future of your sex life, from artificial girlfriends to the 1,000-mile-high space club. Find out what you might be bonking while robots take over the world in today's news.
then Chris Hardwick joins us for Gadgetron. This time he's got the new Sony CyberShot Point and Shoot with a built-in browser and Wi-Fi.
And get ready for a Playing with Fire edition of Breaking Through the Evolution. It is good, my friends. If you've ever asked yourself, hey, if someone throws a can full of butane on my face, will it catch on fire? Well, you're finally going to get the answer.
The answer is yes. I almost fell forward.
Hey!
Welcome back, everybody. We're live, and we got some faxes.
What you got over there?
I have some awesome Fallout art from somebody here. I don't have their name on it, but there you go. There's
I've
some RPGing.
I've got a big old fatty saying he loves Valentine. But I'm fatty.
Oh, those are the Left 4 Dead Valentines.
Yeah, look
That's
at
the
that.
Boomer. This is. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Paul Blart. It's so funny because in the movie, no one thinks he's a good cop,
God,
but he's a
enough
really
with
good
the
cop.
Paul.
I'm just saying at the end, he becomes like a really great cop and he just turns it down.
Okay,
he doesn't want to do it.
Here's one that I don't know if we're allowed to show, but it's my favorite. This is some hot furry prawn.
What is that?
It's a prawn with fur on it. Get it? All right, it's time for some high education. Let's do it.
Here's the only news you need to know in the feed.
Happy 5th birthday, Facebook. I'm Allison Hayslip, and here are your top stories for Wednesday, February 4th. Not even Panasonic, the world's largest electronics manufacturer, is immune to the global economic crisis. Today, they announced that they'll be laying off 15,000 workers after projecting a net loss of $4.2 billion for the fiscal year ending in March. Demand for expensive electronics like televisions and cameras is down across the board. In a statement, Panasonic also attributed their losses to intensified price competition between manufacturers and the struggling yen. Twitter tells you exactly what your friends are doing, and now, thanks to Google Latitude, you'll know exactly where they're doing it. The new service, which launched today, tracks your friends and puts their locations on an interactive Google map. Users who opt into the new feature can log into their Google account and automatically broadcast their coordinates from any location-aware computer or by using a smartphone. You need to send requests to your friends in order to track them, and you can allow or deny other people's requests to track you. And if you're part of the tinfoil hat crowd, you can also limit Latitude to only show the city you're in and not necessarily your exact location. The rumor mill has been buzzing as of late with talks of a potential music industry mega merger. The Wall Street Journal cited sources close to the matter, saying concert promotions company Live Nation and the ticket sales Goliath Ticketmaster have been in talks recently and may announce a merger as early as next week. If the deal doesn't go sour, the company's combined market value would be an impressive $700 million and would have ties to over 200 artists. So if this merger goes through and you're buying tickets to any major event, you'll probably be dealing with these guys. And finally, if you're in Colorado Springs, Colorado, be on the lookout for a large surly man with a ridged forehead reeking of blood wine. Well, not really, but a masked man wielding a Klingon bat-leth did rob one 7-Eleven store and unsuccessfully attempted to rob a second store early this morning, making off with an undisclosed amount of money. For you non-Trekkies, a bat-leth is a 3-handled blade weapon used in combat and Klingon rituals. The best part of the story is that both 7-Eleven clerks instantly recognized the weapon and described it to police as a Klingon bat-leth. To those clerks, I say, kapla. Well, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Get all the news you need to know anytime at G4TV.com. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed.
All right, thanks, Allison. It's time now to answer the age-old question. How soon before I'm screwing robots? That's right, today we've got a peep show into future sex. Joining me from San Francisco to help make sense of it all, sex writer, columnist, and blogger Violet Blue joins us. How are you, Violet?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So can you answer that question? I mean, how long before I am actually screwing a robot again? Or
again?
I mean, ever, or in general, our audience. How long before this actually becomes a reality?
It can actually probably become a reality within a year. I don't know if you've been following along at home with all of the developments with artificial intelligence and people trying to put their robot girlfriends into robot bodies, but the progress is coming along pretty quickly.
Yeah. So you recently wrote about, the future of sex for the San Francisco Chronicle, and you say a year's time. Are we talking like Demolition Man, where we're putting on like headbands and not actually touching, or are we? I mean, what is this future vision of sex that we might see in a year?
Well, if you're talking about robot girlfriends, well, right now, at this time, Virtual Carrie is the most popular robot girlfriend in the world, and there's a community developer forum that's got 8,000 members in it that is totally committed to making this girlfriend more and more realistic, from creating adjustable sliders about her staying on topic to being able to monitor her compliance.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I mean, I've always wanted like a geek girlfriend, and I thought like a chick that Twitters is cool, but I don't need my girlfriend to be open source, because it would take on an entirely new world at that point. But I guess like scientists where are they at creating a sex chip? Okay, because the robot girlfriend is one thing, but I hear that there's a sex chip that could be implanted into the brain.
That's true. Actually, this chip actually has been in use to treat Parkinson's disease. But some researchers recently discovered that when it was basically what the chip does is it stimulates the centers of the brain that have to do with pleasure functions, such as getting pleasure from eating. And they found that in certain women, when this chip was activated, it actually brought them to orgasm rather quickly. And one woman who had the chip implanted in her head actually asked to have the chip removed because it was a little too intense for her. She was previously not very sexually active. Yeah. So it's actually that effective. And so now at Oxford, neurosurgery professor Tipu Aziz is saying that they're starting to actively do research in this area. So, but it's not just brain implants, actually. There are also spinal cord implants that have had an incredible amount of success.
Now, why was this like an offshoot? Like someone was doing a spinal cord type surgery and found that, oh, this actually stimulates that region of the brain as well? Or were they purposefully trying to tweak somebody's spine to induce orgasm?
They weren't, actually, at all. Dr. Stuart Milo in North Carolina was experimenting with, well, he's a professor of pain, but he's a professor of getting rid of pain, specifically for women who've had back injuries and things like that. And so what he was playing around with was using electrodes and implants that go into the base of the spine and deliver small electrical shocks to help bring the pain down for women who are having pain. And he had one patient who was behind the curtain, and suddenly he heard a lot of commotion, a lot of heavy breathing, and a sigh. And he sort of peeked around the corner and said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "You got to show my husband how to do that." And so after that, what he started doing was using it to treat sexual dysfunction in women, and he had success in 10 out of 11 of his patients. And so basically what it is it's an implant that goes in the body. It's operated via remote control.
Of course it is.
And isn't that fantastic? Orgasms with a button. He is actually calling it the Orgasmatron, which I think is kind of hokey but cool. And he's trying to get it FCC approved, and the estimated cost of such an implant would be around $17,000.
And there's probably about 17,000 women lined up to beta test that product right now, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, ready to trade in their cars.
Yeah. Very quickly, Violet, I want to know about sex in space, because it's something man has dreamed of since we first planted a pole in the moon. It's the next logical
No pun
step,
intended.
I suppose. How long before we hit the 1,000-mile-high club and actually have some sex in space?
Well, in over 50 years of space exploration, no international space organization has copped to anyone actually having sex in space. However, Mike Mullane, who logged over 300 hours as a shuttle astronaut, in his book Riding Rockets, talked about extremely painful morning wood that he would have. So you've got to think that someone somewhere has done it. Now, we're not going to hear anything about it from NASA. We're not going to hear anything about it from international space organizations. So what we need to do is look at the private sector. And Virgin Galactic, I think, is our greatest hope. They're starting their first 50 test flights this year. And they're not denying the fact that people are interested in having sex in space and are booking flights with the interest of actually having their honeymoons in space, if you will. However, there are some practicalities involved if you're going to have sex or think about even having sex on a Virgin Galactic flight. First of all, you go up and you come down. So we're not talking foreplay. We're not talking wine and roses.
Right.
Also, it's a 6-person flight, so it's cool if you're an exhibitionist. And then
Go on.
there's no
So far, I'm
privacy.
2 for 3. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you'll be cool with the third. Well, maybe you will, actually. Then you would need to try the dolphin technique. And essentially what it is that dolphins occasionally mate in triads, in trios.
Right.
And the idea behind that is that because they're floating in water, it's so that one dolphin can sort of like help the other dolphin prevent Dolphinus interruptus by floating away.
Right.
So you would need
we need somebody to hold us
dolphin
down,
technique.
or we need a zero-G Chinese basket or some sort of design there. But I get it.
Or
I can
a
do
bondage
tiger
expert.
and I can do crane. I'll learn dolphin style. That's fine. If it's going to get me up there, I'm not worried. Violet, it's an awesome topic, and I hope to have you back on soon to discuss it further. But thank you for
Likewise.
joining us today. Thanks for keeping us in
Thank
the
you.
loop. Right now, let's go over to Olivia, who's an advocate of past, present, and future sex.
What's that? You'll be my Orgasmatron? Push opens this Friday, and our resident film expert Chris Gore spent time with cast members Chris Evans and a post-puberty Dakota Fanning. Here's Chris with the details about this new telekinetic thriller.
Gonna try and get inside my head? Go ahead. See if you can push me before I pull the trigger. Your move.
Make way for Push, an espionage action thriller about psychics who are forced on the run by covert government super agents with powers of their own.
We're going to create an army the world's never seen before.
It's a plot-turning head trip with telekinetic showdowns shot in a style reminiscent of Hong Kong action flicks. Could you tell me, how is this different than your typical superhero movie?
I think the tone is different, the look of it. You know, I've never really seen a movie done, in this genre at least, that has such a grainy feel to it. It's very raw and natural, a lot of handheld camera work and natural light.
This isn't a really superhero movie, it's more of a human story, and we happen to have these abilities.
I don't have a brother, sweetheart.
He was murdered, and you know who did it, don't you?
Now, some of the powers in it are based on real research. Do you believe in psychic ability?
Strongly. Anything that has to do with voodoo and stuff like that. So I really, truly believe that people do have the ability.
Both of us kind of did a little bit of research on these abilities, and you know, you watch enough videos, you become a believer. It's out there. It really is.
One of the action sequences that looked really dangerous was the fish market.
Dakota took some shrapnel that day. We were running through these tanks and everything's exploding around us. A piece of plastic off one of the tanks had just pierced right through her jacket. She was kind of, she got pelted.
The final battle is unlike anything we've seen in any superhero action movie. How complex was that to shoot?
Paul had this great idea of using colored dust, you know, as these bags are flying across the room and exploding. It was just an amazing visual accomplishment.
Ultimately, the extreme ESP combat and telepathic trickery makes this the superhero action film you've been waiting for. See just how much damage the mind can do in Push.
This Friday, yeah. Okay, well, for the court record, Dakota Fanning is 14.
She is growing up to be a very pretty girl.
Speaking of things illegal, pay attention, everybody. It's time for a very special fire retardant edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution.
Fire bad! Friday.
Dakota Fanning's 14. Our first foray into flame is a testament to the power of friendship.
Aw. That's right. If you truly care for a friend, you should try to burn them alive. Stop it. The best part about that is that he didn't need to jump.
They just
Need
drop.
to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burning Man sucked last year.
Oh. Our rating system this week is people who think Europe is a country.
It's not? Is that a joke? Oh, I get it now.
It's a. All right, Kevin Palin. All right, how many of these geography majors does this clip deserve? It's
2 out of 5. We're starting slow.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think starting slow.
Because he knew what was going to happen. He couldn't do the job yet.
Oh, dude.
He wasn't too injured for us.
No.
Now, college is a time to experiment, to figure out what is right for you and really hone your craft.
Yeah, this guy realized that he's good at burning.
Come on, get ready, go, go. 1. Woo! Holy what the bro?
Teaser trailer for Taint Draft coming soon to a theater near you. IMAX 3D. You gotta always check the handle to see if it's warm.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Why
all
don't you just sit down?
I don't know.
The water kind of.
Why did they
sometimes make
light his fart on fire? Like, why? I mean,
They didn't light. They just lighted his ass on fire.
I think there was some gas there, wasn't there?
It was just a
That
little
was some
bit.
Mr.
Not
Methane
enough.
there. I think
Not
there was.
enough.
All right, how many people think Europe is a country for this one?
Well, you know what? Fire aside, just because it's a 4 out of 5.
Yes. That is correct. That is correct.
If you're dying, don't scream like a bitch.
No,
Go down
out,
like
go
a
out
man.
strong.
Yeah, come on.
Finally, what happens when you mix butane, 2 idiots, and an open flame?
Oh, I know, Kevin. I know.
Anyone?
I know.
What?
Kevin, I know.
What?
TV Gold.
Yeah.
Throw it on my back. No! No! His face!
Wow.
Why not?
How many people who think Europe is a country for this clip?
5 out of 5. Light 'em up. Until next time, folks. Whatever doesn't kill you just makes you a D-ever.
Right. If it kills you, you're a Darwin winner.
That's correct, actually.
Time to check in with our fax machine again.
What you got?
I got this one. I see what you did there.
Wait, can we take a shot of the fax machines again?
Yeah.
Because that was really. Hold
This
on.
one-
Let's check in with those machines. Yep, they're still there.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait, I like this one. This one is to Olivia and Kevin. He wanted to say congratulations, a shout out to his fellow teammates on the Leonard Town swim team.
What's up, Leonard Town swim team?
Yeah.
Hitting the roar.
SMAC
your boy Phelps.
victory. That's from Nick Zieski.
G4 is the best channel in the universe.
Yeah, it is.
So
Pick it
says
up.
Aliens
Start
with very
watching
nice
it.
handwriting. And Kevin and Olivia, you rock! What's up, Amanda?
That's so bad. Any more? One more? One last one?
Olivia, you're without a doubt the sexiest woman on the entire blue sphere that they call Earth, that Nick calls Earth.
Oh, that's Nick C.
And I'm cool too. Thanks for the PS, D-bag.
Wait. That's the same Nick. That's the same Nick Zieski from the swim team.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
I'd like
Nick
to see
Zieski.
you and your Speedos. Hey!
This is your last chance to send faxes. Go to g4tv.com/fax for
That's right.
details.
We're not giving the number anymore because no one is calling
Just
it
go
in.
there. It's fine.
You guys stay right there because there is a Chris Hardwick in town. And I'm not
Hardwick
sure
is
where.
us. Yes.
There's one here.
There is a Hardwick. He'll poke and prod the new Sony Cybershot and an all-new Gadgetron right after this.
The feed is brought to you by Tag Body Spray. Keep it fresh. Make history. Tag Body Spray.
It is time to get all up and close and personal with a sexy item of technology. You know it. It's Gadgetron.
Kev, I just got here from my taint draft audition.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Oh, it was really good.
Did you have the lead, or?
No, I was auditioning for the taint, but
Oh,
but I don't know. I think it went really well.
I think you got it.
Hey ho! Throw out your transfer cables. The new Sony CyberShot G3 has Wi-Fi.
That explains the beard.
Yeah.
By now, everyone can use a digital camera, but the tricky part is getting your pictures onto the web. Enter Sony's G3 CyberShot camera. With built-in Wi-Fi, this 10.1 megapixel shooter can upload directly to PhotoBucket, Picasa, or any other picture site. It also includes a 3.5-inch touchscreen, 9-point autofocus, and Carl Zeiss lens, just to name a few, and all for $500.
I love that animation. Hey, internet, I'm gonna shoot my pictures all over your face.
Take my digital stream monitor.
Woo! Come on, Picasa.
It only needs one, by the way.
That's right. Only needs one.
Okay, so normally Sony gets when it comes to cameras, I mean, they get it right, at least with the look and feel and the design. This guy, I feel like you get a giant smudge on it no matter what, but I'll let you explain that. But I mean, what do you think?
Well, listen, I really like the slide feature, just like this. It'll protect the camera if you're setting it down, which I think is kind of cool. But you're right. You have to do this to slide it open, and invariably your thumb will smudge across the LCD on the back. It would have been nice if there was some little ridge there,
something,
just to sort of ground your thumb.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
You know, it's only 3/4 of an inch thick, smooth on both sides, so it'll fit in your pocket. And we already went through the touchscreen features right there. And no protrusions on the body though, so that's nice. I mean, overall, it's a sexy little camera.
All right, well, let's get back to that touchscreen there because, I mean, for size sake, I mean, you can compare it.
It's exactly the same size as the iPhone.
Thing's big. One of the largest touchscreen we've seen on a point and shoot. How long can we?
This is right there. Oh, now we're touching. Oh, now we're married.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.5
large
inches.
touching, but is it accurate? Is it good? Is it?
It's not that easy to navigate around. I'll be honest. Especially for a noob who's getting, who doesn't really understand the internet or technology. Right. I had to navigate through so many screens to set up the. Listen. I'll get to that in a second. There's a touch screen. You have the stylus, the navigating, blah blah blah. Can we show what it's like to navigate?
Yeah, there it is. There. I mean, we can see. It's
Look at that. I'm going through a menu. Then you got to set it up. You go through settings. Millions of times you get the are you sure you want to do this question dialog box to the point where you start to question reality. Maybe I don't want to do this.
I don't know.
Why are you asking so many times?
Are you sure you want to take a photo?
Stop questioning me. I don't know. Are you sure? So, like 5 menu things deep just to set up Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. What about the Wi-Fi? Because I imagine, so many devices have Wi-Fi built in now, and they're smart about, there's an open network, let me just connect you.
It doesn't auto-detect it. You have to tell it that you're in a hotspot. You have to tell it to search for the hotspot. Then it'll find it. Then when you go to another hotspot, you have to tell it to search for that one. When you go back to the original hotspot, you have to tell it that you're back at that hotspot. I don't know why it doesn't just automatically detect it. But I will say, once you get your pictures going, once you set it up, it does upload really, really nicely. It's a little slow, but again, it's still a new technology for this kind of device. So what are you going to expect?
True, but it just sounds like it'd be easier to plug in the cable. At the end of the day,
certain point, with all the navigation and everything, it really kind of is easier just to plug it in. We hate to say it, should have been a little more like the iPhone. I mean, if you can take a cue from Apple for anything, sure, keep it easy and simple and streamlined, but otherwise.
Well, I put on my sad panda face.
Put on your sad panda face.
But okay, here's the thing. I guess the most important aspect of the camera, again, at the end of the day, are the photos themselves. So
photos are good in daylight. In low light, very grainy.
Really?
But in daylight, if we have a picture, we can throw it up. Beautiful, crystal clear. There it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's fine.
Very nice pictures of railings and trees that you can take in your own office building. But indoor and low light shots, like I said, it's a little grainy and blurry. But you'll be okay if you have normal light.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. $500.
Yeah.
Which is actually a little expensive for a point and shoot, even though it's got the Wi-Fi and the touchscreen, etc. It has that stylus is banging. I love it.
Sure is.
I want it.
That little plastic nub.
Is it worth $500?
Almost. We love that it has all the latest Wi-Fi, smile shutter, touchscreen, and of course the daylight image quality, which is nice. It just doesn't work well enough yet. It's still a little too much navigation and a little too clunky for it to be worth the $500. So, Sony, please put some auto Wi-Fi stuff in here.
Right.
Some auto location for your hotspots. Drop the price a little bit, and then it will be an awesome camera.
Yeah, not sliding Sony for trying something new at all.
No. Listen, and this is the first generation of this kind of technology, so naturally they're gonna be some glitches.
I think because it is such groundbreaking technology, we should break new ground here with our rating system. Oh, yes, that's right. Today we have a new system. I hope you know it because you rated it.
Oh, my God.
It's a tag of the show, Seals of Approval.
Oh, you're blowing my mind, and I know about it.
We don't have smoke or confetti?
Nothing?
We have a dragon?
That's really how they roll here.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
How many Seals of Approval are we giving the Sony G3?
Well, very simple 1 to 5 rating. We're going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. And that means you could buy it. Oh, look at that. Look at that action. Someone clean up that half a seal on the ground. It's a great camera with a lot of potential, but the high price and awkward interface are major drawbacks. So buy at your own risk. But I think someday this will be a really awesome camera.
All right, appreciate it, Chris. That's all for today's Gadget Prom. But if you have a gadget you'd like us to rate, fax it. Or go to g4tv.com/review this. Still ahead, today's epic fail involves a woman, a BMW, and a closed garage door. You don't really have to know calculus to figure this formula out, but see the disaster when we return.
You should do it.
Yeah, and don't let anything stop you from, where you want to go in life. Even if that thing is a large metal door. Oh, woman.
Wow.
Woman.
If that door was more of a man, that lady would never have gotten in.
I'm gonna call the trifecta. Okay, fail on her, fail on the crappy Chinese door, and fail on her again for not yelling, "Oh yeah!" when she hit the gas. Final facts time. Final facts. Olivia, what do you got for final facts?
I've got 2 pictures.
What you got?
This one's from Bill Smith, and this is a stupid
Look at that
monkey.
monkey.
What a monkey.
I got a sad, lonely stormtrooper eating lunch from someone, I can't read their name, I'm sorry about that. And tag of the show.
The name is Mosing.
Hi, Kevin Olivia, spam me. Says Gabriel.
Follow 3 rocks.
But he included a ninja spork at the bottom, which is awesome.
We don't know what a ninja spork is.
It's a spork that has a little ninja face on it. All right, coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS. You guys can see that in high def, right? Brian Baumgartner, better known as Kevin from The Office, will be here live in studio. So look forward to that. We want to thank Violet Blue for joining us in the loop today. X-Play is up next.
And thanks for all your faxes.
And tonight, don't forget the world premiere demo of the new game Watchmen. The end is nigh. 7 minutes of unseen footage. You're going to love it. Stick around. Good night, everybody.